Hello friends, welcome to my channel today. Today I want to talk about something that I have been experiencing over the past few days, and what it comes down to is that I'm actually experiencing disappointment. Though my overthinking brain wants to tell me it's so much more than that and it's so complicated, it's not. It's disappointment. Now, when you experience an emotion such as disappointment or any type of a negative emotion, what is it that you do to get yourself out of it? Well, since I have been working on this for the past couple of days, I thought I'd share what I am doing and what is working for me. First, I ask myself a very important question about my disappointment, and that's if maybe I was holding some sort of expectation. Because if I had an expectation, it may be unfair to the person that I am claiming even disappointed me. Maybe it is me actually being disappointed in myself. Sometimes in the healing process, we have to be honest with ourselves about what is really going on, not what we would like to think is going on. So, what it comes down to is when I experienced disappointment earlier this week, it was an expectation that I was holding somebody to that wasn't fair to them. Once I let go of those expectations and I allow the person to be who they are, then I have to do something. I have to do something so that I don't sit and overthink the same situation over and over again. So to me, it is important to go to opposite action. If I'm overthinking a situation, then I got to stop overthinking it and do something else to keep my mind occupied. Sometimes that is journaling out the situation that happened. That way I can make sense of it. Maybe I do an art project. Maybe I create some art that makes me feel like what I'm going through. Sometimes that helps to get it off of my chest, to remove that feeling from myself. Chatting with friends sometimes helps, but I try to steer away from chatting too much because chatting too much about one problem can perpetrate that problem. Keep it going, especially for folks that have ADD. They tend to keep going and going on the same thing. I'm guilty of it myself. So I try to keep that chatting to the friends about it at the minimum, and I journal more about it now because that way it's almost like chatting with myself. If I'm stuck with no energy, then maybe I need to do something that's going to energize me. 20 minutes of exercise on my bike usually gets me energized and my brain going again. The only way to get yourself out of problems is to do something. You can't just hope something will happen if you do nothing. I've spent a lot of life doing that, and it has proven to be a waste of time because there is a lot within my control when I really sit down and think about what I can do when it comes to feeling bad or deciding to move forward with not that bad feeling, but with a sense of power, because I have power to change this feeling if I so choose. So when you perceive that somebody has disappointed you, or you're having a negative emotion about somebody, what are you doing? Are you asking yourself the hard questions as to maybe if you had an expectation there that was maybe unfair to that person? And then what are you doing to move beyond it? Are you doing something to change what is going on around you so that you're not living in that disappointment and overthinking it over and over again? What could I have done different? When sometimes there's nothing you can do differently. You just have to accept that other person for who they are and move forward by taking some sort of action to move you away from the negative emotions. Choose to be happy. That's what I'm telling myself now as I am working through this. Anytime I start to feel that pang of desire for a different outcome, I remind myself that I'm the one who chooses happiness here, and my happiness is moving beyond the situations that cause me disappointment. And not moving on angrily, but moving on with love and compassion. Now, there was a time in my life that disappointments I took very, very hard, and that sometimes it made me feel utterly hopeless. If you're in a hopeless place, please know that there are people to reach out and talk to that have no connection to your life whatsoever. The National Crisis Hotline can be reached at the number 988. Dial it, and you can talk to some people that can walk you through your crisis with an objective view. Sometimes all a situation needs is a rational mind to help you walk through a very emotionally triggered situation. If you're struggling, please reach out for help. Call 988. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. And until next time, light and love, friends.